What is up, you guys? It is Zach coming at you with another video. Now, today, we're going to be talking about a little rumor. Now, I always say that I don't like talking about rumors, and here's the thing going forward. I'll talk about rumors a little bit more. However, I don't want to make it a main thing on my channel. I just want to talk about the rumors of the things that I might personally be kind of interested in, or if they at least have a decent amount of traction behind them. And I always want you guys to know, if I ever talk about rumors, don't take it as full fact. Honestly, even I don't put a lot of stock into a lot of these rumors. Anytime I talk about rumors, I want you to think of it more as a what-if situation. What if this rumor is true? What if this happened? What if that happened? I don't want to hype anyone up for anything that may or may not happen. I mean, I'm not going to talk about rumors all the time. This is just for whenever I do talk about a rumor. I mean, I talk about rumors sometimes. I just try not to overdo it like some other YouTubers do. Anyways, today's rumor is about something that, again, I am personally really interested in. That is Mario Party. Mario Party, honestly, is one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. It's such a fun multiplayer experience to play with your family and your friends and all that, and it's just a great time. So, there's been some rumblings going on about a new Mario Party, and today, I'm going to talk about them. So, if you enjoyed today's video, definitely make sure to drop a like and subscribe, all that stuff down below, and hit that notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos. Thanks for letting me hit 5,500, by the way, on YouTube. 6,000, we're getting closer to you. And make sure to check out Wednesday's video if you haven't done so already. I talk about a game that I'm very interested in, and I'm very passionate about it, and I even did a little skit in the beginning and the end of the video, so you should watch it. It's a fun time. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So this all started about a week or two ago with a leaker named Midori, I think their name is, and they had said something about a Nintendo game being in development, but they only had the code name for it being Banquet. Banquet, I mean, you know, at first glance, it could be a lot of things. It could be Kirby, because Kirby likes to eat stuff. It could be Wario, because Wario likes to eat stuff. It could be anything. But, looking at Nintendo's past, the only game that has a code name close to this is Super Mario Party, that released back in 2018 that had the code name Buffet. So Buffet, Banquet, you kind of can see the similarities. So, this has led a lot of people to speculate that, this might actually be a new Mario Party game, and that would be pretty wicked. Well, we got a follow-up to that tweet about, a day or two ago, saying that this game, this codename Banquet game, is being developed by both ND Cube and Smile Boom. Now, I'll be honest, when I saw the name Smile Boom, I was like, I have no clue who this studio is. I never seen that name before, never heard of it. So, as anyone does, I did a little research. I looked them up, and there's not much to really report. They haven't really done anything for Nintendo before, at least not that I can find. Their official website didn't have anything that I recognized, so I got nothing to go off of for this group. My guess is that they're basically support for ND Cube, because when a game studio is working on a game and it's a big project, not saying that Mario Party is a big project, but they have a game, it's a decent sized project, sometimes the parent studio will have other studios kind of chip in and help. Kind of like they had Toys for Bob doing stuff for Activision with Call of Duty, which I know triggered a lot of people. But that could be the situation here, where this company is helping out ND Cube. Now, obviously, like I said, ND Cube's involved, which most likely means another Mario Party game. Of course, it could be a Wii Party game, or a sequel to the Wii Party series, but I don't think so. Given the sales of Mario Party Superstars and Super Mario Party both being over 10 million unit sellers, yeah, it's very possible that this is a new Mario Party game. Speaking of new Mario Party game, I actually did put out a poll for you guys to kind of see what you guys wanted out of the next Mario Party installment. Now, I'll be honest, I worded the poll very, very badly. I did not make the poll how I intended it to be made, so I'm gonna walk you through my logic when I was making the poll. So here's the poll. I had asked, what kind of Mario Party game would you like to see in the future? I put Super Mario Party 2, Mario Party Superstars 2, or a completely new idea. Now, when I said Super Mario Party 2, I didn't necessarily mean a sequel to Super Mario Party, which is exactly how it seems, and I messed up for wording it that way. What I meant was basically another follow-up, a new game, because when I said new idea, I meant something along the lines of the car or the Star Rush thing. I meant like trying something completely new. That's on me. I worded that poll very badly, but the comments kind of enlightened me to how I really think people feel. It seems like the community is kind of half and half on it. Half of the people want a new Mario Party, something new, you know, probably traditional style, but new boards, new mini games, nothing reused or returning, just something completely new. The other half are in the camp of they want Superstars 2. They want them to bring back more boards, you know, relive more nostalgic memories. And I understand both sides of this argument, to be honest. I stand kind of weirdly in this debate because I kind of feel like I want both, you know, because both make sense for what I personally would like. Because I don't know which one I want to see more. Let's go down the avenue of a new Mario Party. Let's talk about a completely new game first. Well, thing is, I don't want them to mess up. That's my main thing that makes me not want a new Mario Party, because I'm like, well, what if they mess up again? What if they give us another Super Mario Party, for instance? Basically, they just have to tweak a few things from Super Mario Party to make a new Mario Party good, because they were honestly really close with Super Mario Party. Like, they were that close to getting it right, but there were just a few main things that they missed, and this is all my personal opinion, so of course, your opinion may differ, but here's how I feel like they could change what they did in Super Mario Party to make their own Mario Party better. Firstly, the boards need to be bigger, and there needs to be more of them. Every single board in Super Mario Party was ridiculously small. There wasn't much to them, there weren't many happening spaces on most of them, and they just felt kind of lackluster compared to some of the other grand boards from Mario Party's past. Not to mention, there were only 4 of them. Only 4 boards, which is completely pathetic, especially when you think, you know, the first Mario Party that ever got released had double the amount of boards. So, you know, they have to do better with the boards. The next main thing I'd really want them to change is the way the game controls. The 2 main things I want them to change are, listen, motion controls were cool back in 2007, you know, when Wii Sports was the thing, Mario Party 8, Mario Kart Wii, all of them using the Wii's controls, great fun. That was damn near 20 years ago now, right? I don't care about motion controls anymore, especially on a system that you want to be able to take on the go. It's a handheld home console hybrid. You're not going to use motion controls when you're on the go. It's only practical for when you're sat around the TV. Especially with the second issue, the single Joy-Con play. Because that all kind of ties together. Single Joy-Con play, you can't play it in handheld mode. If you're with a group of friends and everyone has their Switches, you can't just play it in handheld mode. You have to take the Joy-Con off, put it in tabletop mode. It's stupid. It's completely pointless. And granted, this is a more personal issue, but it could be a grander issue. Listen, I'm one to complain about accessibility changes sometimes, when they make a game easier just to make it easier. That's not what I'm talking about this one. This is specifically because of the fact that most of you know my brother, Alex, right? I've mentioned him before on the channel. Everyone on the channel who knows Alex loves him. He's my brother, you know, love him. But he has disabilities, and you know, disabilities, lots of people have them, and of course, everyone struggles with their disabilities differently, but one thing I've noticed with my brother, at least when I tried to play Super Mario Party with him, he can't do the single Joy-Con play. It doesn't work, because he has like some fine motor skills issues, so the single Joy-Con play, it's just too small. It doesn't work for him. So, honestly, given that he also couldn't use the motion controls much either, unless it was something like Wii Sports, you know, it was very much like, I can't play Mario Party with my brother anymore unless I pull out the GameCube. You know, I mean, the GameCube's really the only console I could play with him on, because the N64 controller, he had a hard time with Truth. So it was like, I want a game that I can play with my brother. And of course, there's Superstars. You know, Superstars does offer that. I can play with him with a Pro Controller, you know? But I want a new Mario Party that I can play with my brother. And restricting it to single Joy-Con play makes it so that he can't. Or it's very hard for him to. And there could be other people with disabilities that have the struggle too. Like, it's not just me, I'm assuming, and my brother. Other people as well. So, those things, the motion controls, the single Joy-Con play, I just want them gone. They're outdated, they're not fun. I could not care less about single Joy-Con play. Like, I really couldn't. I really couldn't. And I know, like, many people want to just pull off the controls. Single Joy-Con play can be an option, yes. But I don't want it to be a requirement, because that completely ruins the point of the Switch, and it makes it harder for some people to play. So, that's my input on that. And of course, there's other little things I want them to change from Super Mario Party as well. Honestly, the allies, get them out of here. The allies were the most broken, stupid things added to Super Mario Party. And that goes with the unique dice blocks as well. It's one of those things where, like, each character having their own unique dice block is one of those things that sounds cool on paper, but in practice, it just makes some characters more advantageous to play over others. So it's like, when you're playing Mario Party, you just want to choose your favorite character and play. It's not a game that you want to think about, oh, this character is better than this one. It's not like Smash, right? It's not like that. You don't want that for Mario Party. It just doesn't work, at least in my personal opinion. So get rid of the custom dice, or the unique dice blocks. Get rid of single Joy-Con play. You can play with the Pro Controller. You can play in handheld mode, whichever. Get rid of the stupid required motion controls. Not needed, not necessary. And make the boards bigger, more expansive, and just better. That's my requirement for a new Mario Party, because everything else they kind of had there with Super Mario Party. You know, even though the boards, you know, were lame, you know, in terms of the size and all that, visually and their vibes and their whatever, they were fine. They were pretty decent. The minigames were fun, you know, I can't complain about the minigames. The character roster was really cool, but we don't need 22 characters. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that point, but we don't need that many characters. I feel like it's just a bit overkill, but I mean, if they have that many characters in the future, I'm not going to be upset. Just, I don't know. Oh, and like the economy and the pacing of the... Okay, yeah, Super Mario Party had a lot of issues. There's a lot they would need to change from that. But, to be fair, they did address a lot of those issues in Superstars. Now, let's talk about a Mario Party Superstars 2, because this one, I've got a little more... this one, I kind of lean towards more, just because it's the safe option. It's a Mario Party that I'd be like, okay, I would like it. I know I would like it. It's bringing back stuff from the past that I liked before. There's no risk, right? There's none of that. The problem would be, I would want them to do something to differentiate it from Superstars 1. Which sounds ironic, because why would you want it to be different? By that, I mean, I don't want them to use N64 as their main inspiration for Superstars 2. I would want them to use the GameCube. I want the GameCube era to be represented in Superstars 2. Now, I actually did a whole video on this a couple years ago, and I actually went back and watched it, and I still very much agree with a lot of what I had to say in that video. You can watch it right here using this annotation. I would change some of the boards, though. Some of my board picks back then were very misguided. I would probably change that today. But nevertheless, I stand by everything I said in that video, and honestly, if they do Superstars 2, it's got to be GameCube themed. Especially because the GameCube games mechanics, 4, 5, 6, and 7, or particularly 5 through 7, they functioned, their mechanics, their everything was very different from Mario Parties 1 through 3. So, I feel like having a new Superstars game with the GameCube content is more justified than doing more N64 boards and more N64 mini-games in a second version. Like, that could have been DLC. Having the GameCube versions, probably taking DK out of the roster to give him his space back, emphasizing the GameCube mini-games over the N64 ones, there's a lot more they could do with the GameCube, and it would feel more worth it as a sequel, especially when you're thinking of the common audience. If they're going to do a Superstars 2 and just looks like more of the same, you might lose some people. They might not be as interested, but if you show the difference in the GameCube's mechanics, it might entice some people because it's a little bit different. But that's my thoughts on what I'd want them to do. Like I said, I'm really split about which avenue I'd want them to go down with it, just simply because it's really hard to say if I trust NDCube enough to trust them doing a completely new Mario Party, or if I just want them to play it safe again. It's really hard. But what I will say is I do think this is something we would hear about in June, next month. This is something I do feel like would be announced next month for, in whatever June Nintendo Direct we get. Just simply because of the fact that it makes the most sense, because Mario Parties, at least Super and Superstars, were both announced in June Directs. So I think that makes sense. And then probably released sometime later this year. October, September, maybe probably October, because that's when, again, both Super and Superstars were released. So that's probably when we can expect that. So overall, I'm cautiously optimistic about a new Mario Party. I really want NDCube to take the reins, make a new title with new boards, new mini games, but I want it to be great. At this point, I won't accept mediocre anymore. I just can't. I'm tired of Mario Party games I'm just not happy with. So if NDCube really wised up and really learned what the fans wanted from Superstars, and take some of what we said about Superstars even. Like, honestly, do the bigger boards. We like the bigger boards. Bring back 50 turns. A lot of us like the 50 turns. Get rid of the freaking lucky spaces. No one likes those. Listen to the feedback from Superstars. Make your new boards based on the information you learned from Superstars, and go forward from there. That's all I gotta say. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff down below. And hit that notification bell so you're notified, so that you're notified of when I upload videos. And until next time, you guys, I'll see you all in the next video.